All right, it's that time again. Time for the Soul Overnighter of the Woods. And I'm thinking we do something we haven't done in several years. And that's camping in my 4Runner. Let's get to it. Here we go once again. We're on one of the 100-acre properties that I frequent. And we're going to do some vehicle or car camping. I've not done this in a long time. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm in the process of finally, after all these years, since 2017, actually fixing up the 4Runner. We're getting a paint job on Tuesday, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. We also got shocks finally put on it, got the hockey puck spacers taken off, and I believe we have Icon lift on here with the shocks. So slowly but surely we're getting there. And I always promised myself once I get to that point, I want to start taking it out and doing overnighters, which will allow me to go to a lot more places, a lot of different areas across the country, and do a lot more cool things versus being locked into friends with property, my own property, and staying in the local area. Basically, I can travel. Now with my future endeavors in mind, let's go ahead and walk around the 4Runner, check it out, and see what we're working with. And then we can go ahead and bounce ideas off each other, meaning I'll talk to you about what I want to do, and you can leave comments on where I can get it done. So first things first, I want to go ahead and install an off-road bumper of some sort. I don't care. The problem is where I live at, I'm limited to about 3 or 4 different shops out in Columbus, Ohio. I've talked to 3 of the 4, and they all want to push it off and don't want to deal with it because it's a 4Runner, not a Jeep. So I'm getting the runaround from people. So I want to get front and back bumpers installed. On the back, what I'd like to do is have something kind of like those coastal off-road bumpers where they swing away, and I can put the tire on the outside, a couple gas cans, and that way when I don't want it, I can swing it out of the way or just take it off and still have a bumper here with a trailer hitch. This one, those that follow my Instagram, you'll see that I actually replaced this about a month ago. It was so paper thin from rust, you could like just hit it, rust would fall off of it, you poke your fingers through it. It was $58 and it was used. It's still in great condition, but I want to go more for the off-road type of bumper. Let's talk about the paint. Now I addressed this about 5 or 6 years ago, and most people missed it from skipping through the video. People said, "You bought a pink truck, it's pink." It's not pink, it's actually red. What happened in the mid-90s is Toyota was making so much money, and they were turning out so many vehicles, not just 4Runners, trucks, cars, etc., that they wanted to sacrifice quality for quantity. Most vehicles have a base coat and 2 to 3 layers of paint, and then like a sealant. Toyota thought it'd be cool to pump out one base coat and only 2 layers of paint, and leave it up to the owners to take care of it through polish and things like that. Well, unfortunately, the guy that I bought this from only put on 5,000 miles a year and didn't do anything to it. When I got it, still had the original fuel filter and all the original parts were still on this. Had never had a tune-up or anything. So through all of that, it faded away to what you see right here. And when I took it in and attempted to do a small area to see if it could be buffed out, it wasn't going to happen. When they researched the VIN number, they found out this was one of the ones that they cut corners on. So the only way to fix this is to repaint it. And that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. So I've elected to go with a simple, easier route with Line-X. Basically that bed spray, the bed liner, we're going to do the entire thing OD green. Just like the rear bumper, I want to go ahead and replace the front bumper, but I want some type of hood and grill support due to all the deer that run around and, you know, basically run back and forth and jump across the roads. Just in case if I hit something, I want to, you know, minimize the damage. Last time we had the vehicle out, we had the hockey puck spacers in there. And let me tell you, you hit about 65, 70 miles an hour in that thing, and it feels like you're floating. With this, it's a standard hard lift. Drives, it's, you know, stiff. You feel every bump. The reason why I don't like this lift is because even though it's aligned, when you let go, you're still going to drive straight. The steering wheel is like this. So when you look at it, instead of it being like this, it's like this. And I'm told there's nothing that they can do because that's how it is with that lift kit. But I've seen other lift kits where it's not like that. So I want to get that thing changed out as well. Now, all these things I'm saying is my plan for the next 2 or 3 years. Get like one thing done a year, swap it out. Next one, do this, front and back bumpers, etc. But the problem is finding a location that will take this on and not tell me, oh, well, you know, it's going to be this and that, and we're busy at the moment, and because they don't want to deal with it. And I can order bumpers all day, but, and I'm a welder, I can weld it on, you know, a 3-part bumper, but then I got to send it out, get it powder coated, and do all this. So if I'm going to send it out anyways, the work might as well just be done and put it on. It's wasting my time. So anyone who has any idea, I'm in Ohio, you know, Kentucky, West Virginia. And I don't mean somebody in the backyard with a cig and a beer beating on metal and using used parts, talking about how they're going to get her done. There's enough of that where I live, and believe me, I've had enough bad experiences with the good old boy thing. I want a legit dealer or somebody that you guys go to that this is their job, and I can roll this thing in and pull it out a couple days or a week later, and I'm satisfied. So if you know any of that or know any locations, let me know. When I look at overlanding, I look at it like this. I have a vehicle. I can carry more things. My intent is to drive 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 miles on this trail, explore the countryside, camp at various locations, fish, do what I want to do, and then drive out of there. That's the intent. However, things can go wrong. And I want the ability to grab a backpack that's already packed up, swap out a lightweight sleep system with maybe a wool blanket and a sleeping pad, and I can now hike to where I can find somebody or get cell phone service. Make sense? Far too often I see these videos where people are carrying these large 100-pound toolboxes, and we have onboard welding machine, and we have all this other gadgets and gears and gizmos back here, but most of the people talking about it, talking a big game, don't have the skill set to repair anything, and they're not carrying extra parts to replace anything. So my opinion is, why carry the stuff if you don't know how to use it? So where am I going with this? Once again, blue collar. I'm going to preach this till the end. Get some type of training. Automotive, welding, electrical, preferably all three. So then the items that you choose to carry, 100-pound toolbox with 50 pairs of pliers in it, and, you know, wire cutters and fencing pliers and onboard welding machines and gadgets and gizmos, you can actually use those to repair something or replace something while you're broke down. If not, guess what? Plan B, you're walking out. And like I already said, if it's warmer, dig through that pack, take the essentials, day of food, lightweight system, and you're golden. Wintertime, might want a wool blanket and some type of ground pad. And you're hiking 20, 30 miles. Or at least till you flag somebody else down and get help. Let's talk about vehicle camping. People think it's a godsend. It's windy outside, it's cold. I'll get in the vehicle. The reality of a vehicle, it is basically a refrigerator during the wintertime and an oven during the summertime. So think about that. If you're getting dehydrated and you're going to crawl into a vehicle, even opening the windows, you're going to be 120 plus degrees inside here. So you're going to be continually sweating. If you're not replacing that water, you're furthering your dehydration. Same thing in the wintertime. If it's minus 10 degrees outside, you get inside of a vehicle, you won't have that wind chill factor, but it's still going to be minus 10 degrees inside the vehicle. You just won't have wind blowing on you, all right? So you're going to have to dress accordingly to the season and carry the blankets or whatever you think you're going to need to stay warm or even cool off during the type of season that it is. Being that it's going to be, 25 degrees Fahrenheit at night, I'm going to simply close that down. Having 2 blankets in here, I'll be fine. But it's something to think about. Just because you have a vehicle doesn't mean that it's going to keep you alive. It could actually kill you. On that note, let's get a fire going and get some chow. So as you notice, the breeze is blowing in this direction. We threw down 2 logs, and we're going to channel that airflow between those logs, keeping the center of that fire hot and carrying the smoke away. Why is that important? The vehicle's right here. If I pop that trunk and I'm hanging out back here, or I want to hang out and look at my fire, I don't want that smoke blowing inside the vehicle. I want the breeze to carry it away. And that's what we're talking about, right there. Perfection. Catch you all in a few. Keeping with the KISS methodology, keep it simple, stupid. Even the chow, simply heat it up and you're done. If I had to walk out of here, a couple cans of food, maybe some dehydrated meals, collect water in the creek or the stream, disinfect it, and I'm good for, 10, 20 miles. So something to think about. Meanwhile, while we're sitting here, that fire's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. All the smoke's being carried out. There's no smoke inside here. I can't even smell it. So real quick, I want to say thank you to everyone who purchased one or all of my Corporals Corner skillets. We hit 1,000, and that was a goal for me. It's a goal because I was told I couldn't do it, and there were those that hoped I wouldn't do it, and there's even some that did everything they could to keep me from doing it. But we persevered anyways, and we sold 1,000, so I appreciate it. That was my minimum goal. I have a maximum goal, and I also have other items to roll out after the first of the year and quarterly from there on. But these skillets, they meant something to me because a lot of thought went into it, a lot of reverse engineering, setting up an assembly line, and creating all of these with hand tools in my garage. So once again, I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And speaking of skillets, 100 skillets just dropped to my Corporals Corner Etsy store. Go to my video description box, click on Etsy, and get them done. If you get them this week, you're guaranteed to have them by Christmas. Next week, they're going to ship, I want to say, it's going to be close to Christmas or maybe right after. So those looking for last minute gift ideas, we have the most popular Corporals Corner folding skillet. We have my personal favorite, the Corporals Corner Cowboy Skillet. Boom. And the infamous Frontier Skillet. Pipe nub, add a stick, and you're in the game. Lastly, the bag that holds all 3 of these is made by Campcraft Outdoors, and that link is in my video description box as well. I'm still getting people asking me, I went to my Etsy store, the bags aren't there. Never once said the bags were in the Etsy store. They're in Campcraft Outdoors, and that link is provided in my video description box along with my Etsy store. Go there and get it done. It's getting cold fast, and that light is bright. Tell you what. All right, so real quick here, Survival Mastery Online, December 16th, 17th, and 18th. Once again, December 16th, 17th, and 18th. I will be filming my 2 videos, which are going to be 2 video series for Survival Mastery Online. So here's another incentive. Use this code right here, Sean2024. Once again, Sean2024. Take advantage of that discount. Most importantly, once we get through filming, hopefully by the end of the year, you'll see me on that channel, and you don't want to miss my videos. So once again, Sean2024, check it out. That link is in my video description box. This was actually the best sleep I've ever had in the woods. Oh. Oh. Man, tell you what. Oh. So we're going to forego coffee time, and here's why. I had 2 batteries that we used yesterday and 1 in reserve. Well, it sat there all day, and the cold killed it. So it's blinking right now. It could go off at any second. Yeah, it's almost done. So real quick, we're dropping this off on Tuesday. It'll be painted. Have it back Thursday. Follow me at Corporals Corner on Instagram. Just go there and follow me, and you'll see this thing being painted and other add-ons throughout now to the end of next year. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. 1, my Amazon affiliate page, and 2, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my video description box. Now please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, and then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.